I think I might do a bunch of different little tips like this as I'm driving, because again, there's a lot of miserable people on the planet, and it's not their fault. Okay. It is within your control to not be miserable, but it's not your fault that you don't know what to do to help yourself. That's the best way to put it. It's within your control. Your miserableness is within your control, but it's completely not your fault that you don't know what to do about it. So I might have some little things like that, make some little videos. Sounds fun. And look, like, it sounds fun. I literally just said it sounds fun. There's still a fence. I'm still on this road, but now I'm in a good mood, and I can feel it in my body. Alright, well, I decided that instead of letting this fence piss me off, to use it as an opportunity for some inner growth. Because that's what I do. So I figure I might as well share this with you guys. Why not? So I'm getting really irritated in this state. Like I said, the fence, the road, the Ford drivers. Everybody drives a Ford out here. And instead of just getting pissed off, okay, something triggered an emotion in me. Pissed offness. I'm really bad with naming emotions, so bear with me. Something triggered something in me. And it don't, like, there's certain words that have become overused, like triggered, gaslighter, narcissist. There's words that are not used appropriately. I don't mean that I was triggered in the sense of, like, whatever, but if something triggers a emotion in you, a strong emotion in you, pause for a minute, which I did not do. I was triggered and then got angry, and then just kept getting angry, and kept looking at the fence, and then kept whatever. And basically what normally happens is, you know, something pisses you off, and then you start thinking, I don't know what happens with normal people, but with me, when something pisses me off, the first thing I say to myself is, why does that piss me off so much? So then, like, because that sounds like self-reflection, right? Something pisses you off, you say to yourself, why does this piss me off so much? That sounds like self-reflection. But then what ends up happening is, I just think to myself, okay, the reason this pisses, well, there's two things that could happen. The one thing that can happen is, why does this piss me off so much? And you can't figure it out. Like, just, it doesn't make any sense. Nothing comes to you. And then that in turn normally pisses you off more. Or two, the other thing that could happen is that, why does this piss me off so much? And then you start thinking, like, okay, you know, it's because people are da-da-da-da-da. You know, people are rude. Nobody cares about the you know, Mother Nature. You know, and that just is all still, like, negative stuff that, again, you think you're doing self-growth, negative stuff. So, what I like to do is just, okay, this fence pisses me off. I'm accepting that. I'm accepting the fact that when I look at this fence, it pisses me off. I'm not ignoring that. I am acknowledging the fact that this pisses me off. And now we're going to live in the moment. And since I have lowered my vibration by getting so irritated, I'm just going to take a moment to raise that vibration back up. And I'm sure this might make sense to some of you, but I'm sure it doesn't make sense to most of you. So one thing I do is start thinking about happy things. Like, I went to a Mind Flex. It's called Mind Flex. And they hooked me up to all these machines and had me do different things so they could see what different things did. Like, you could see, you know, medically speaking, tangibly, like, it's there with proof how thoughts influence said, think of a happy memory, and then, you know, they are recording you then. And then they said, think of something upsetting, they're recording you then. Like, you know, and they're proving how much thoughts influence your physical state of being, your heart rate, your heart rate variability is the huge one. Your breathing rate, like, you know, everything, like physical stuff. So, if you think of something pleasant, your body reacts to it. If you're having a bad day, if you stop for a moment and just replay in your mind a memory of something pleasing that actually physically helps your body, it helps your health, it helps physically. And I'm not talking about for 3 days, I'm talking about for 5 minutes. There's plenty of other things you can do, but that's an easy one because, you know, you can do it no matter what you're doing. I'm driving down the I-94 right now, and I can absolutely do that. I can be hungry, I can be tired, I can be anything, and I can do that. So, that's a tip for you. Just, if you're upset, acknowledge the fact that you're upset, and then take a moment, think about something happy, and then move on with your life. And one more quick little thing on the mind-body work. Your go-to memory that raises your vibration, okay, like, joy is up here, and, like, anger is actually more in the middle. Like, sadness, depression's down here, anger's down here, joy's up here. Like, that's why I say raise your vibration. I could get into it, I could talk for days about it, but what I want to say instead is, so you can have a single go-to to raise your vibration. You can have a single memory that you replay every single time something bad happens. You don't have to think of a new one each time. Just take a minute, stop, go back through your memory bank, think of something that pleases you. When you think of it, it should cause your face to literally smile. Like, you should feel happy when you think of it, and then just have that be your go-to. Like I said, you don't have to think of a new one or anything like that. And the other thing is, like, I have a go-to. I do other mind-body work, and I put my body in a state of excited anticipation. I don't know what you call that. An expectation of something wonderful happening. If you put your body into the state of expecting something wonderful to happen, then you can, that's like the best time to do affirmations and things like that. It's your body will listen. It doesn't matter. Again, I will have to explain this much more. Maybe this is what I want to do with my life. Doesn't matter. I'm going to stay on topic. So, like, when you put your body in a state. So I have a go-to for that, and it's actually really funny, which is why I'm sharing it, because my go-to for putting my body in a state of something wonderful is going to happen is, I think it was 2009. I was watching a Phillies game towards the end of the year, not postseason, regular season, but, you know, this is after 08, so, you know, if you know anything about sports ball, that's, you know, 08 was the World Series, so this is the Phillies with, like, you know, Jimmy Rollins and Ryan Howard and Chase Utley and Jason Worth and Brad Lidge. Like, it was and Charlie Manuel, you know, it was the last great so far. Point of the story is, I'm watching the game, and actually Jess and Megan were at my house in Feasterville, which was like one of the only times I saw them in several years, and they were like, baseball's exciting. But anyway, it's like the bottom of the ninth, and we're down by, like, I don't know, 8 runs. Y'all can look this up and tell me which game this was. Like I said, I think it was 2009. And what it was, but I remember watching this game and just thinking, we're gonna do it. Like, we're gonna pull this out. Like, after, like, you know, the first guy gets on base, second guy gets on base, you get this literal expectation of something amazing about to happen. And it was when they were doing the Fanatic was doing the little finger things, you know, with the other team, and because I think it started in the bottom of the 8th. The rally started in the bottom of the 8th, and like you could just feel I just teared up thinking about this. And again, 2009, I think it was definitely at least 12 years ago. It might have been 10, but it was, you know, 12 years ago, and I still can feel water eyeing up, water in my eyes, because I don't know what the word cry means. You know, getting water in my eyes, tearing up, means that my body's having a physical response to this right now, and it's just a memory. So I just like I said, this is what I go to when I want to put my body in a state of something amazing is about to happen. My go-to is a comeback baseball game from over 10 years ago that I wasn't even at. I'm sitting in my living room in Feasterville watching it on TV with 2 friends, and again, like I said, I have sunglasses on so you can't tell, but my eyes watered up. It was just an amazing experience. Guys, my mood has done a complete 180. Like I just want to show you. I think that you can tell from the videos that I'm not like bullshitting and talking out my ass here. That like it works. And I spent like a solid 20 minutes being pissed off before I thought to do something about it. But like when I was in New Mexico, I spent a solid like 8 hours, you know what I mean? Like, way longer, so 20 minutes is nothing. So like now, not only am I in an excellent mood, brought on by just, you know, thinking of something that puts me in a good mood, the good mood is also perpetuated by how proud I am of myself that I got myself in a good mood. And it only took 20 minutes. So it's like a perpetual thing. Like, so yeah, guys, seriously. Your mind does not know the difference between your thoughts are reality. So if you're thinking something wonderful, you feel wonderful. If you're thinking something terrible, you feel terrible. But it's thing stuff. It doesn't know whether like what's happening out there. It's all happening in here. And yeah, I wanted to share that because it really I thought I was gonna have another New Mexico, like for because I'm, like I said, in the state for hours, and it's just, guys, just try it. Don't knock it till you try it. And if you forget and you don't try it, you're pissed off for 3 hours and then think of doing it. Oh well, it's better than 3 days. I mean, how long would you have stayed pissed off if you did nothing? So just try it.